I've got a Pokemon news update for you as we've gotten 2 new events announced for the Pokemon Scarlet via video games for this weekend of January 26th. The first one is going to be a mass outbreak event featuring a handful of Pokemon that will have an increased chance to be getting the rare mark. We will also be having a 5-star Tera raid event featuring Flutter Mane as well as Iron Jugulis that will give players a chance of catching some of those version exclusive Paradox Pokemon. So let's get in this video, get you all the details that you need to make the most of the events happening this weekend. Alright, so here we are over on my Twitter page where I drop a lot of news updates from the Pokemon Scarlet via video games as well as any highlights from my Twitch channel. So if you want to get those updates, make sure you head on over to Twitter and follow me at its_WDMichael so you can get all those awesome notifications. Now, this one in particular was about the new events that are coming this weekend to the Pokemon Scarlet via video games. And they are going to be some mass outbreaks as well as some 5-star Tera raids. So let's kick this one off with the mass outbreaks. Now, the mass outbreaks are going to be kicking off from January 26th until the 28th. We have 4 different Pokemon that we're going to be encountering in this one. And there's going to be Gulpin, Stunky, Skrelp, and Clauncher. Now, these Pokemon are going to have increased odds for the uncommon and rare marks, and I'll get into the specifics about that. So if there's a specific one that you're trying to hunt, they're actually split up between the games, and so we'll talk about that one. And then also another thing to keep in mind for these particular raids is that they're only going to be in Paldea. You're not going to be able to find these mass outbreaks. I don't know if I said raids. You're not gonna be able to find these mass outbreak events happening in Kitakami or in the terrarium for the Blueberry Academy. It is only going to be in Paldea. So definitely a pretty cool one. I mean, I don't think we've actually gotten a mass outbreak event that ended up coming with the rare mark. I don't really think the uncommon mark is anything all that, like, I think that's pretty normal. Like, this is one that not everybody's super excited about, but this rare mark is definitely pretty cool. That one's definitely not one that I've seen in some of these mass outbreak events, and definitely could be something a lot of people could go hunting for. I don't know if Gulpin, I don't think any of these Pokemon are like VGC competitive Pokemon, so like for the most part they'll probably just be like stashable, just, you know, Pokemon that you enjoy. I don't think any of these are going to be any like super crazy VGC Pokemon, so nothing on that side of it. But with the locations, they are kind of split up weirdly. When I was going through it, I was like, okay, this is kind of odd. But they're actually split up based on what game you have and where you encounter them. So basically, if you have Pokemon Scarlet and you encounter these raids, you're gonna have certain odds of getting these different marks than people who have Pokemon Violet. So basically, if you have Pokemon Scarlet, your Stunky and Skrelp will have a higher chance of getting the uncommon mark. And if you have Pokemon Scarlet and you encounter these raids and you either encounter a Gulpin or a Clauncher, then you have the chance of getting the rare mark. Now, it's exactly flip-flopped over for Pokemon Violet. So if you're in Pokemon Violet and you encounter these raids and you have Stunky or Skrelp, then you'll get the rare one. But if you encounter Gulpin or Clauncher, then you're in increased odds for getting the uncommon mark. So kind of weird. I mean, you can definitely get them all as far as the marks go, but they are split between the games. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for a specific mark. They're kind of, you know, maybe you're looking for a rare mark Stunky, but you have Pokemon Scarlet. Well, you're gonna have to find a friend that has Pokemon Violet and have them go out and find those mass outbreaks. So definitely, it's interesting. It's kind of cool. I don't think they've actually broken them up like that before. But that's pretty much it about that one. There isn't really anything else about that mass outbreak event that's happening. Only really that they have the marks and that you can only find them in Paldea. Now, the 5-star Tera raids are a little bit different as well because we haven't really had like this, I almost want to say like low level of a raid before, because with these ones, there's not really anything special about them. It's not a 7-star Tera raid where there's like really cool marks or anything like that. There's no bonus candy. There's really nothing to this one, and for the most part these aren't like new Pokemon. These have been around for a while. So this one, to me, I don't know if it's just like a filler raid or what it is, but there's really not a whole lot going on with this one. Was kind of surprising, to be honest. So in Pokemon Scarlet, you'll be able to encounter Flutter Mane raids, and in Pokemon Violet, you'll be able to encounter Iron Jugulis raids. Now, these raids are going to be going through the same time frame, January 26th to the 28th. And the other thing is that they're going to be in all varying types of Teras. So it's just going to be 5-star raids that just be added basically for the weekend. So definitely, I don't know, it's an interesting one, and I'm kind of curious with this one in particular, because it is something that I feel like many people aren't going to be really like excited about. Do you feel like this was a worthwhile raid? Do you think that we should have possibly gotten something else, maybe like a usable competitive Pokemon like the Raging Bolt, or some of these other Paradox Pokemon that we can't actually get between the different versions yet? Because I'll be honest, that's what I was kind of hoping for, that we were going to get, was some mass outbreaks that were for some Pokemon that were still kind of locked to us at this moment in time. Like, we can all get a Flutter Mane, and at this point in time, I'm sure we all do. It's the most commonly used Pokemon in VGC. So to have Tera raids for it is a little weird. I mean, I get, like, yeah, it helps with like people who want to get it and who have, you know, like, haven't been able to get them yet due to the version exclusives, but like the games have been out a while, and I feel like we could have just gotten a better Tera raid. I don't know, let me know down in the comments what you feel about these Tera raids, because I feel like it might be a little goofy. But yeah, again, thank you all so much for coming out to this this news update about these events that are coming out. I definitely love making these infographics, and if you like seeing them, like I said earlier in the video, make sure you head on over to my Twitter account or even my Instagram account, where I drop a lot of these pretty regularly once I find out about them. So if you want to stay up to date with news and stuff like that, definitely hop on over, drop a follow. I love posting stuff over there. If you found this Pokemon news update helpful, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell so you get notified when I drop more videos just like this one. And if you're liking guide videos and you want to actually check out the easiest way to get in shiny Applin in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, make sure you hit up that guide video that's on the screen right now, because it is the absolute easiest way to get one, and it will take you no time at all. But again, thank you all so much for coming out to this YouTube video. I hope you have a fantastic time out in the Paldea, the Kitakami region, and now the Blueberry Academy. And until next time, trainers, peace out.